in the lobby. I said, Miniraser, I know you can handle Koreans, but can you handle the Chinese? And he says, easy peasy. So we'll see if he can follow through or not. Score is currently 4-3 in the favor of Empire Fnatic still. iAsonu is the last player in Invictus game he can play today, and we'll see if he can hold true and hold strong. Again, for both of these teams, they're at the bottom of the Acer Team Strike Up ranking list, and that might not seem like a big deal for most, but it is incredibly important because this plays heavily into who gets knocked out of the Acer Team Strike Up and doesn't get a re-invite to Season 4.
Yeah.
But hopping into the match here, I'm Rifkin. Namshar is the one cast with me today. He's a Grandmaster Zerg player from Connor G Sports. Big shout outs to him for sticking through this very strange series and sacrificing his WCSEU time with me. So thanks for that, man.
No, it's a pleasure, as always.
Alright, well, spawning here in the top left corner of the map, as stated before, he's the newcomer to this arena from Fnatic, the Red Zerg player, Miniraser.
And in the bottom right, taking out Harsem in the last match, our blue Zerg player playing for Invictus Gaming, it is ATC. Yeah, Yasun.
I still just want to. I think iAsonu sounds cooler to say it like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
I just tried something new there.
It's all that damn Apple products, you know, iPads, iPhones, iAsonu. Anybody?
Oh man.
But alright, so one of the big things for Miniraser in this matchup, first off, is going to be ZVZ, and they did get the cross spawns that happen to be the longest cross spawns on the map. This really, it sounds silly guys, but this really hurts roach pushes a lot. Because not only are you normally waiting for your roaches to waddle across the map anyways, it's going to take an extra long time for roaches to go from one natural base to the other.
Yeah, the defender's advantage is very important here. And I mean, also worth noting here quickly that no player did go for a cheese, and both players went for a 50 notch, so they're gonna get away with that, both of them. But iAsonu did go for a lot of an earlier pool, so iAsonu played more safe here. Miniraser going for an even later pool, so he's gonna have, you know, mining a bit more minerals with his drones and gonna get his gas out of the pool, so no big deal, but a slight edge there for Miniraser.
I don't know, it's just one thing I really like first off. Every time we've cast on this map for the Acer Team Strike Up, like literally ZVZ, this map, these spawn locations, 100% statistically has been 10 pool bailing from one player in the top left, always to the player in the bottom right. Just
really?
Weird facts for those who have not been keeping up with the Acer Team Strike Up. But the one thing I'm sort of taking a deep breath and grunting about is I just realized, like, this is a map where I honestly would treasure, not just like say would be a good idea, but I would treasure the idea of a Nidus Worm, not only for sheer reinforcement paths, but again, that'll take you to the island bases too. And unless someone opens Mutalisks, like when are you gonna see Ventral Sacks, Overlords take Hydros or Roachus and island base to knock it down, right? Like it sounds so dumb to say, but if neither of these players opens Mutas, an island base is gonna be the safest thing you could invest in.
Yeah, why not? You know, in the longer games, you know, you can invest money in that as long as you're safe versus any sort of timing before it. But yeah, why not? Could be cool.
At the same time, though, all I do is whine and complain and beg that someone takes an island base, and nobody ever does. So, I mean, I think I've told you this story. I'm not sure, but just for those who haven't heard it, like I was doing the same thing, like whining and moaning, like waiting for Terrans to start lifting off to the Golden Habitation Station. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a guilty guy who did it on Greystone Ravine all the time for 2v2s. But yeah, no one did it for like the good first 5 months that Habitation was out. Then Tasia started doing it on his stream one day, and it made me the happiest guy in the universe because I was like, I'm not crazy. This was actually a viable idea.
Yeah.
Oh, might lose a drone if he's not careful. Cool. Oh, I actually lost his. Oh, I missed first blood. Ugh. Whatever. Sorry, guys. Here, we'll pretend that was it. There we go. Definitely, totally, legitimately first blood. 100%. But this link, it's a nice scout. I mean, confirming your gas times of your opponent, you're always gonna guess what it's going to be. You can tell, even just by coming to the natural. If there's not a spine car down, if there's not 3 queens, it's not gonna have been gasless. But yeah, it's better to always confirm than guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of suspicious because I saw iAsonu mining 2 workers on his extractor actually for a little while there, and Miniraser mined 3 the whole time. So I was thinking maybe Miniraser was gonna go towards Muta because this map, I mean, the third is so distant. I was thinking, you know, Muta is pretty good on this map. Roaches are heavily favored right now, you know, in the meta, in the matchup. But looks like we're gonna be seeing roaches from both players, most likely. Well, as I say that, iAsonu is taking 4 gases rather quickly, and no roach one yet, but Miniraser did go for the speed and then a quick Evo Chamber and quick +1 armor, so he's gonna be going for, you know, maybe just some sort of +1 pressure with Ling Bane.
I like the Carapace upgrades. I mean, we all know the critical effect it has versus Banelings, but I also like that this kind of transitions to anything afterwards as well. Like, if you invest in melee upgrades and then swap to roaches, it's wasted investment, right? But the Carapace is going to play really heavily here in the early game, and it will transition to the later game as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be able to get +1 range attack for, there later on. And he's got 2 gases right now and a 3rd on the way, but you know, he might just use this +1 armor timing to maybe just make a bunch of Banes and, you know, try and surprise his opponent with that upgrade finish to be able to tank the Banelings more and, you know, try and hit that. But iAsonu did go for the beat house. Like, you know, it's kind of expected. You don't really go 4 gas roach anymore in the meta. Like, you want to get that 3rd up and running off of 3 gas normally, but he's gonna go for that Spires. That's kind of interesting. I kind of favor Miniraser's position though, because +1 Zerglings are really hard to deal with when you don't have roaches. Like, having non-upgraded lings versus upgraded lings, it's like, you know, it's not an easy position to be in. So Miniraser now moving out with a lot of Zerglings, and it's a bit scary for iAsonu.
The thing is, though, for Miniraser, he's somewhat on the clock more than was good first hit on those Banelings. He's somewhat on the clock, though, to do damage. Like, if this attack doesn't do damage, there will be Mutalisks behind this to snipe off the Banelings. That will limit the pressure he's investing so heavily into. Now, granted, he's taking a 3rd base, and so is iAsonu, but look at this +1 Carapace coming to effect. He's surviving the Baneling heads, guys, and without that +1 Carapace, so many more Zerglings would be dead.
Oh, yeah, has to be careful there. But yeah, this is such a big timing because the Spire is still not finished, and he can't... Oh my god.
These Baneling connects out of Miniraser have been fantastic, and you know, there was a big if on whether this could survive or not. I don't think that's going to be the case. iAsonu's bleeding out left and right. He's got no army to work with. He's got no Queen Spine Collars are trying to come into effect, and there's no way he can afford Mutalisks at this point. He's got an 800 gas bank that is 100% going to waste. 5 Mutalisks are finally on the way, but I think the damage has been a little too much because it's not Banelings that are coming up behind us, but a wave of another huge set of Zerglings spiraling down the middle of the map.
Yeah, this is just gonna be it here. I mean, this is like a 2 gas. He's got the 3rd base finish, sure, but like, yeah, Miniraser has no tech behind this. This is like an all-in, pretty much. And
I really like the way he's been using his Banelings here, too. Like, he could have tried to send this to the main, but instead he uses them to zone out potential extra Zerglings coming down. But, oh, these drones. Oh, God, these drones have got to move. They've got to run. They've got to hustle their muscle.
Oh, baby,
from the other side! There's no escape! It's like a horror movie! An axe-murderer, a Baneling buster! GG is called. Miniraser will close out this series 5-3 in the favor of Empire Fnatic. That came down to be a lot closer than I thought that would have been, honestly. Like, not this game, but like the actual series itself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's IG put up a good